Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So since the last time you've seen me, I have had a doctor's appointment. It was a pretty normal routine doctor's appointment. I go twice a week for a non-stress test and once a week I see the doctor. It was a normal appointment, however, I got some pretty surprising news. I found out that on Friday, so today's Sunday, so in a couple of days, well, at the end of this week, I am going to be given a date to be induced, and my due date is on April 25th. So I'm gonna be only like 8 days away from my due date on the day that I get my induction date. Wow, that sounded really confusing. But yeah, basically they want to induce me just because I'm diabetic. No other reason. The baby is fine. I'm fine. My blood pressure is fine. It's just a routine thing, I guess. I was surprised because throughout this whole pregnancy, I've been told that as long as I keep my blood sugar under control and do everything that I'm supposed to do, and the baby didn't get too big, that they would just let me go naturally. And that's what I want. I'm a pretty holistic person. So having that like element of surprise of like, you know, the baby coming when she wants to come is like what I wanted. But as we all know, my birth plan has been flipped and turned around upside down on me a couple of times. So what's one more time? Nothing ever goes as planned, I guess. I guess for some people it does, but my friends and family are actually excited that I'm gonna be induced because then they know when the baby's gonna be here. So lucky for them. Support people are excited because everybody lives out of town for the most part, so that gives them like a schedule of like when they need to like, you know, come down here and like take time out of their everyday life to come and stay and visit and all of that stuff. We are in the middle of a quarantine, so there's not a lot of people coming. It's just my mom and my little sister and my best friends that'll be here, who are people that I've seen throughout this quarantine as my support people anyways. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's my little update. So on Friday, I'm sure I'll be making another video to update you guys on when the date is and all of that fun stuff. I guess the reason why I'm really not looking forward to being induced is because when you go into labor at home, there's like 3 stages of labor. So you have like your early stage of labor, and then like, I don't remember all 3, but there's like early stage and then there's active stage for sure. And you don't have to go to the hospital during the early stages of labor. You can stay at home. They recommend you stay at home until active labor hits, for the most part, or like right before active labor hits. Contractions can start weeks before you even give birth. I haven't personally felt any contractions. I've been feeling a lot of really like consistent back pain for the last couple of days, and that can also be an early sign of labor because the baby's like making her way down to where she needs to be. So yeah, it's really painful, and it's funny because I'm like in this super duper nesting mode where I just want to clean and sanitize everything and get the house nice and clean so that way when I come home from the hospital, everything is where I want it to be. And like today I went crazy in the backyard because the weeds are just like, oh my gosh, they're out of control. And I actually really like doing yard work, and all I wanted to do was like weed like the backyard. Like that's all I wanted to do. And I got so frustrated because our weed whip was missing a part and all this fun stuff. So, but anyways, I went out there and I did a little bit of it by hand, and I think I overdid it because I felt like my baby was gonna fall out. So I took a shower and just rested and watched some Netflix instead. So it's frustrating not being able to do the things that you want to do. But that's what this video is about. So this is a little fun video I thought I'd do. It's 10 things I miss about not being pregnant. I have loved my pregnancy, as we all know. I am actually getting like more and more sad the more I think about not being pregnant. I don't know, I'm gonna be like one of those people that like just definitely misses being pregnant. I know I am because I've loved my pregnancy so much. But there are some things that I do miss about not being pregnant, and I have them right here in my little notebook, and I'm going to share them with you. So hopefully this will just be a short, fun video. And then I have a couple more planned before baby girl gets here. Hopefully I get to do them all. So the first thing that I miss about not being pregnant is sushi. I am, hands down, sushi is my favorite food for sure. I could eat it every day. Sushi food and Greek food, but I can eat Greek food while I'm pregnant. I'm pescatarian. I don't eat meat other than fish, and I love me some sushi. I love the raw stuff. I love tikamaki, which is just a raw tuna roll. Like, I can't wait to have a raw tuna roll. And even while I'm breastfeeding, I believe I'm not supposed to eat raw fish, so I'm not going to. And it's just because there's a risk that it could carry excuse me. It could carry like bacteria or something like that, and I don't know, mercury or whatever. So I miss sushi. Number 2 is brie, which is a cheese. Cheese is my weakness, and I am not supposed to eat cheese because of the gallbladder issue, which I haven't been. I've been doing really good. I'll eat like low fat cheese, but anyways, brie. I miss eating brie. My whole family is obsessed with brie. We have it at like every family function, like brie crostinis, brie anything. Like, we put that shit on everything. And you can't have brie while you're pregnant for the same reason you can't have sushi. Something about bacteria. It's non-pasteurized cheese or something like that. And like soft cheeses you're not supposed to have while you're pregnant because they can carry some sort of bacteria. Have I slipped up a couple of times in this pregnancy and had brie? Yes. Like Starbucks, the little cheese and fruit trays that they have, there's one that comes with like this little tiny square of brie, and I've had that a couple of times throughout this pregnancy, but nothing like, you know, at the wine bar kind of brie, like nothing like that. Third thing that I miss about not being pregnant is laying on my belly. I used to sleep only on my stomach. I like sleep like this on my stomach, and that was probably one of the hardest things to adjust to, was not being able to lay like that. My whole life, that's how I've slept. Like, that's my comfort. That's how I sleep. And so I started using the pregnancy pillow really early on, like before I even had a bump, really, I think, because just adjusting to that different sleep position was like a lot easier to do with the pillow there, because I could like throw my leg over it. And yeah, so the fourth thing that I've missed is wine. I love wine. I love wine. I love red wine. I love Cab. I love Brut Rosé. I love whiskey sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I love whiskey. And I miss the wine, man. I didn't until recently, until I started getting more and more uncomfortable, and until I haven't been able to sleep. Last night I went to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. I watched the sunrise before I went to sleep, and that was just insane to me. And I feel like a glass of red wine would really like just help me not be staying up until the sun rises. So yeah, I miss wine. It was really easy for me to not drink throughout this pregnancy. I didn't feel tempted at all. It's easy for me to not do things. Like, I was a smoker before pregnancy, and the day I found out I was pregnant, I just stopped smoking. I'm pretty good at doing that. Like, just not doing stuff if I'm not supposed to, I guess you could say. I didn't always used to be that way, but it's taken a lot of time and maturity to get the willpower to just not do stuff. So yeah, but I will be indulging in some wine after this baby comes out. Yes, I will. And I've done a lot of research on breastfeeding and drinking, and I promise I will do everything safely, but Mama's gonna have some wine. Fifth thing that I miss about not being pregnant is breathing. Yeah, breathing like a normal person. I can't even imagine how much I took that for granted. Like, just sitting here and filming this video, I'm so out of breath right now. I'm sure you guys can hear it. I'm like, so So, yeah, I can't wait to just breathe. All of my organs are just like smushed up into this like little area, you know? I have experienced some lightning because the baby is, you know, dropping a little bit. I think that she's dropped a lot more. But I'm still having a hard time breathing. Apparently it also has something to do with hormones that make the breathing hard. I don't know. Sixth thing that I've missed about not being pregnant is working out with weights. I love to do squats with weights. I love to do leg presses with heavy weight. Pretty much all of my leg workouts, I use pretty heavy weights. Squats, I don't use super heavy weight. Maybe one day. But like leg presses, leg curls, stuff like that, I use really heavy weights. And like hip flexors and stuff like that. And I miss that feeling. Like it's weird. It's like my body's like craving that resistance, like craving that like soreness from the gym that I haven't been able to really get since I've been pregnant. My doctors told me they didn't want me to lift anything heavier than like 25 pounds. Even though I've been losing weight, I know that my body hasn't been toned. Like I can't wait to like work out with weights again and get back in the gym. My seventh thing that I miss about not being pregnant is not peeing 24/7. I have to pee so much. So much. Like all the time. Like I'm scared to take my dog for a walk around the block because I'm scared that as soon as I step outside and I make it to the next neighborhood over, that I'm gonna have to pee and I'm not gonna have anywhere to go pee. Like that's how bad it is. Like I have to pee so much. That was one of the first signs that I knew I was pregnant. It was like the peeing thing, and it's only gotten worse. It's bad. I look at a glass of water and I have to pee. So yeah, I miss just not having to pee every 5 minutes. I've never been like the person that has to wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. Now I'm already not sleeping and I have to wake up in between whenever I do actually fall asleep to get up and go pee. It's so frustrating. My eighth thing that I miss about not being pregnant is tanning. Oh my gosh, I know it's not good for you. I have like a pretty tan complexion naturally, but I like to tan in the tanning beds and my belly is so fluorescent right now. I can't wait to get back in the tanning bed. I haven't tanned at all since I've been pregnant. It's just not, I didn't want to do anything to harm my baby, and like I've heard of people tanning while they're pregnant and that's just not for me. Anything I can do to keep the baby safe, I'm going to, so I stopped tanning right away. My ninth thing that I miss about being pregnant is working. I miss working. This is mostly not because of pregnancy. This is mostly because of the quarantine. I had planned on working all the way up until my due date. I'm a hairstylist. We're not considered essential workers, which I think we should be, and my clients think we should be, but apparently we're not. And I'm not sure that I would go to work even if we were considered essential workers, just for the safety reasons. The county that I work in is been hit pretty bad by COVID-19, so it's just better to be safe than sorry. But I miss working so much. I love my job. I love what I do. I love my clients, and not working has been a struggle on my like happiness, pretty much. I was gonna say self-esteem, but not self-esteem, just my happiness. And yeah, I can't wait until we open back up and I can get my hands on my client's hair and pass my baby around the salon and all of that fun stuff. And my 10th thing that I miss about not being pregnant is hot tubs. So weird, right? But I do. I miss hot tubs. It's not like I went in hot tubs all the time. I don't even have a hot tub like accessible to me. But just the thought of like sitting in a hot tub, I think because my body's so uncomfortable and sore that like, oh my God, like a jacuzzi hot tub. Oh, that sounds so good right now. But knowing that I can't do that because I'm pregnant is what makes me miss it, you know? I think that makes sense, right? Like, you don't know what you got until it's gone kind of thing. Like, don't take for granted being able to go in a hot tub. I miss it. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Like I said, I have a couple more planned until baby girl's here, and then I also am gonna do my labor vlog. Check me out on TikTok. It's at Ariana X Messina, and Instagram at Ariana's Motivation, where I post YouTube updates. I post a lot of food recipes and food stuff on Ariana's Motivation. Sometimes I post workout related stuff. Yeah, so give me a follow, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments. All right, bye.